Hey everyone, welcome to All Inspired. In today's video, we're going to be working on getting everything packed for my trip. We're going to go on the trip, come back from the trip, get everything unpacked, and then get this house tidied up after we went on vacation. And I'll tell you all about my trip. I don't add a ton of footage from it just because it's a wedding and things like that. But you can go look on my social media and see some of the footage there. And I'll leave that all linked below for you if you want to go check some of that out. But we are going to be doing tons of things today. We're going to be jam packed with motivation. So I'm going to start off by getting everything packed up for our vacation. We are actually heading to Tennessee to go to a wedding. We actually had a wedding in Ohio, and then 2 weeks later, we had a wedding in Tennessee. So it was quite jam packed. I felt like I slept in other people's beds more than I did my own bed just because we were traveling so much. The wedding in Ohio, my niece lives out there, so extended that vacation. So we were actually there for 5 days. This wedding in Tennessee, we're only going to be there for 2 days, and then we'll head back the third day. So it's not going to be a very long time, but it actually ended up being so much fun. We had a ton of fun at the wedding. It was both weddings were a blast, but it was just a little bit different with the second wedding because we were more included with it. We had jobs that we had to do, we were part of it. And so it was just more busy. We were very active. We had really wasn't like a vacation. It was more like things that we had to take care of. It was so much fun though, and we really enjoyed it. So it didn't feel like we had responsibilities, but we did have things that we were doing to help out with the wedding. So it was a ton of fun. It was a very, very beautiful venue. Like I said, go check out my social medias on my Instagram, my Facebook. You'll be able to see the venue. I put pictures up of it, and it was just such a neat, cool place in Tennessee. It was like a palace. It was like a barn, I think, that they converted. It was really beautiful. So you'll have to go check that out over on my social medias. But I'm just showing you some of the things that I packed. I actually packed a bunch of these little PJ sets because, quite frankly, you could wear this as an outfit. Nobody would be able to tell if you're walking around in these PJ sets that they weren't an outfit. So I like just bringing things like that because then it's like a backup outfit. So if I got something on my shirt that day, or if I was just wanting something a little more comfortable and all I had left was jeans, then I could wear these. So I was just showing you that. Some of my stuff, like this little silk one, it clearly looks like pajamas, but the other ones absolutely could pass for just a regular outfit. I'm going to go ahead and link these below if you guys want to check them out. You guys might like them. So I love all these little sets. The silk one actually came in like a set of five, and I loved that because it comes with a robe, it comes with pants, and it also comes with a nightgown, which was so great. And I love the feeling of the silk. It's so wonderful for the summer. But I went ahead and packed this set too. I got all of this off of Amazon. I went ahead and packed this one too because it was pants and long sleeves. So in the event that it gets chilly at night, I could always have that and just throw that on real quick and wouldn't have to worry about it. We didn't really need all this. I overpack every single time, especially if it's a road trip. If it's the plane, that's a different story. I'll just utilize the washer and dryer somewhere because I don't want to pay for all of the things to come. Plus, it's a lot hauling it in and out, and then you potentially losing it. It just seems like a lot. So I tend to pack as light as possible if we're flying. However, if we are going on a road trip, I am overpacking. I don't know how I'm going to feel that day. I don't know if I'm going to be bloated. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to be, what mood I'm going to be in for. And so I always want to have extra things. I always want to have things where I'll feel comfortable and stuff. I didn't need this much stuff, but we have the suitcase. It's only my husband and I going. So I have plenty enough space to pack this stuff. When the kids come, I try to pack a little bit lighter just because five of us, there's five suitcases. It tends to be a lot. But when it's just him and I can pack as much stuff as I want and I do not have to worry about it. But we actually rented a Vrbo. I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about it when we went to Tennessee. We rented one in Ohio too, and that one was great. It was a little bit outdated, and the only complaint that I really had is the dishes weren't very clean. But other than that, it was a really neat Verbo, and I enjoyed our stay there. The second one was really updated, the one in Tennessee, and I really liked it. However, the neighbors were like, right, I'm showing you guys the dresses. I pre-recorded this, and I need to get a microphone because when I was talking to the camera, I just didn't like the quality of the sound. I tried so hard to work with it to try to make it sound better, but the quality just wasn't there. And so I just decided to go ahead and do a voiceover so that the quality would be there when I was talking to the camera. But I just wanted to show you some of the little dresses and skirts that I brought. We did end up going to the rehearsal dinner. And so I wanted to have something cute to wear. I wasn't really sure what I was going to wear, and I really wasn't even sure. I just didn't know. I didn't know what I always have like different moods. So I brought like three pairs of heels and I bought like three different outfits. And I always bring with me my little like sweater. It's sitting right there on the bed, little sweater, because in the event that I get cold, even if I'm wearing a skirt and t-shirt, I can throw that over it and it won't be cold anymore. So I went ahead and brought all those things just so that I can choose what I want to wear later. I actually ended up going with the black dress, but I wanted to have options just in case. And so I packed all my heels, all my stuff in this bag so that when we first get there, I can just grab this bag out. We can get ready, go straight to the rehearsal dinner, and then later on, we can worry about all the rest of our luggage. But this is just basically the items that I need to get ready immediately when we get there because the same day that they're having the rehearsal dinner is the same day we're traveling there. So it's going to be quite an eventful day. So I wanted to have everything ready to go so I'm not scrambling at the last minute trying to find everything. But back to my story. The Verbo was lovely. It was updated. It was really cute. It was like barn. It had a loft area. You can go check it out on my socials. I put it up on there. Very cute Verbo. But what they failed to mention, and I don't believe they even have to mention this, is that the owners were in their like barn, were in their like shed. You can see on the Verbo, I did a little video to show you, they're directly like when we're sitting in the little living room area, we can see their house. Like we can see their garage, their back door, everything. They're right there. They're like 20 feet away. Their kids were like outside playing in their inflatable pool and stuff. Like when we were sitting in the event that we decided to sit on the front porch in the little chairs that they have there, we would just be like staring into their backyard. So I thought that was odd. Me personally, I feel like they should have switched the entrance. They should have turned it around to where the front porch is towards the front of the house to where we were both facing the woods or something different because it was just there was no privacy. There was absolutely no privacy. The first night we came home from the rehearsal dinner, they had a large gathering at their house. Well, not large, they really had like maybe 10 people there, but they were all on the back porch drinking, whatever. When we pulled up, we just want to get inside the house and relax. This huge bright light is censored. And so when we pull up into the driveway to where the barn is, the bright light comes on and then a camera comes on. So we're like blinded by a bright light and then we're being recorded. So it was strange. If I would have known then, I wouldn't have booked it. A little bit of privacy would have been nice. I can deal with a bed not being perfect, but a little bit of privacy would have been nice. What do you guys think? Should they have to disclose that? I did want to show you guys how I kept my husband's stuff all organized. I took one of our kiddos' competition bags and I put everything he needed in there, his belt, his tie, his socks, everything. That's his little bag so that when we go in, he doesn't have to dig for anything. He knows where all of his stuff is. So it actually made it so easy just to have all our stuff ready to go and we could just go ahead, go in, get ready, leave. But now I have to pack our snack bag. I have to bring all the snacks. There's not going to be any food at the Verbo. They didn't even have seasonings. They did have coffee, which was lovely, but we knew that that was going to happen. We were going to the rehearsal dinner, then the wedding. So we already had dinner figured out and we could easily get some food for the other time. So I didn't worry about bringing too much stuff, just a little cooler of drinks and some snacks. But now we're in the car headed out. It took us about 6 hours to get there. And one of my tips for when you're on a road trip, It is so smart to listen to an audiobook. We're listening to Dungeon Carl Dragon. I think that's the name of it. My husband loves the book. It's actually quite funny. It has a cat, and the cat is hilarious. And then there's some other funny characters, but I get super car sick, so listening to an audiobook helps out a ton. I don't like to take the medications, they make me really loopy and really drowsy. And especially because we were going like traveling the same day that we had plans that night, the rehearsal dinner, I didn't want to feel loopy and tired. So I didn't take the anti-nausea medicine. We were just listening to a book and taking it easy. It was a really nice, relaxing right there. We got there, we had the most fun, and then we headed back home Sunday. And now I'm just getting everything unpacked. I am the typical, not a same day unpacker. We get home after traveling, I get very motion sickness. So I want to relax the rest of that day. So this is actually the next day after we got home. I just bring our suitcases in, I unpack anything that we need, and then I leave the rest for later. So now I'm just getting all the extra clothes that I did not need and going ahead and getting all that put away. I'm getting the laundry done and getting all those little things that I need to get taken care of just to get this house up and running. We've been traveling so much, and I just need to get it back to its normal, orderly state. Now that I got all the items put away, my clutch, my extra bags, all the hygiene products, all the things put away in their spots where they belong, I'm going to go ahead and go downstairs and make myself a little pick me up. I brought this already pre made iced coffee, and so I'm going to have some of that so that I can have the fuel to get ready to do all the rest of the stuff. This is why I wait till the next day because there's no way that I can travel in the car for a long time, then get home and run around and do all types of things. I really just want to take a nap after that. It's really quite bad. I wonder if I've only had like anti-nausea medicine like prescribed from the doctor that's really helped, but it makes me super exhausted. I've tried the ginger things, I've tried all types of stuff, but like when I get done with a road trip, I am absolutely exhausted and so nauseous. It's like it lingers for at least 45 minutes to an hour after we're back home. I still feel nauseous and then I'm just wiped out for the full day. Who else has the same problems and what do you guys do to help it? Because if I'll try anything at this point to just make it a little bit easier because I love traveling, but it's just hard on me. But I went ahead and grabbed some of this stuff. This has a ton of milk in it, and I don't think I'll buy it next time just because milk bloats me up so bad. I've actually really been enjoying the coconut milk lately. It's not a strong flavor, but it's so good. It's better than the almond milk, I think, and I really enjoy it. So I'm going to make this delicious little iced coffee, and then I'm going to tackle this kitchen. I need to get it all nice and fresh and cleaned up while we're gone. I know our cats climb up on the counters. I know our boy does because I catch him up here and I'm always trying to get him off. And we even put foil on top of the counters. And you'll see the videos where the cats hop up on the foil and then they freak out and hop right back down. They hate it. No, our cat just walked on it. Literally just hopped up on the counter and then walked around on the foil. He had no cares. He sincerely did was cool with it. So that didn't work for us. So I know that they climb up here. That's why I'm constantly wiping them down. So I'm going to need to do that. But first, I'm going to throw dinner in. I want to have a really good home cooked meal, traveling and eating out quite a bit for our other meals that weren't at the wedding. Now I'm just ready for a home cooked meal, but I don't want to make a million dishes and I don't want to slave over the stove all day. So I'm chopping up some potatoes. I already have this pre marinated tenderloin, and it was actually Southwest. And I've been loving the Southwest seasoning lately. And this was pre marinated. And my husband isn't like a huge fan of the pork tenderloin. And he said that this was the best pork tenderloin he's ever had. So even if I don't get the pre-marinated one, I'll definitely be marinating my own and making sure using that Southwest sauce because it did turn out so delicious and it was such a hearty, like homemade meal without having to spend a lot of time or a lot of effort cooking it. So I just go ahead and get that ready, throw that in the oven so that I can get the rest of this kitchen cleaned up. What type of fun vacations or trips have you been on? I told you guys we went to Ohio. We also went to Tennessee. We'll be going to Lake of the Ozarks. We do that every year. My in laws are down there, so we always make a trip to go visit with them and have some fun time down there. And then I really want to go to Florida. I turned 40 this year and I want to go to Florida. I want to spend my birthday on the beach, probably Daytona. I don't know, maybe somewhere new, but we do have friends that are near Daytona. So I just want to be on the beach. I don't even care if it's North Carolina, South Carolina. I don't care. Anywhere where there's a beach. I just want to, kick off my over the hill years with my toes in the sand. I do feel like when you turn 40, you start to feel like you're a bit over the hill. So I feel like I'm getting there. And that would be the best birthday. Plus, my husband didn't really get to celebrate his birthday either. He was actually had to have emergency life saving surgery a few years ago from a piece of steak that ripped through his esophagus and he had to be airlifted and have life. It was crazy. But he didn't really get to have a 40th birthday. He was in the hospital for his. So we could either do like a combined birthday, me and him just spend the money to go for 5 or 6 days and stay at some resort. I don't want to have to like cook or clean or work. I just want to be able to do all the things that I want to do. Like if I feel like making a big breakfast one day, then I will. But if I don't, then we could just get donuts or walk along the beach and drink some coffee. I want it to be one of those vacations where there's no plans, no itinerary, nothing to do but just sit and relax and enjoy each other's company. So I'm really hoping to be able to book that soon, because that would be my ideal way to spend my 40th birthday, just lounging around on the beach, enjoying good company, food, and just entertainment. That would be the perfect way. How did you spend your 40th birthday, or what would be your perfect way if you're not 40 yet? What would be your perfect way of spending your 40th birthday? I would really like to know. Let me know. Or comment down below and let me know. That'd be great. Uh, Also, coming up on my channel, I do have a few different things. I'm going to decorate for 4th of July. I know this is kind of last minute, but it's okay. It's going to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and do some patriotic decor, and then we'll have fall decor, holiday decor. I'm going to have a few makeovers coming up, and then sprinkled in between, I'll have a ton of cleaning motivation and some organizing as well. So if you want to see that kind of content, hit the like and subscribe button. It helps me out a ton. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it gave you tons of motivation to get ready for your next vacation, or just to get your house nice and cleaned and tidied up. I will see you in the next video.